Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Pete's Cookhouse. So, and staying in the theme of comfort food, um, we are going to make a version of shepherd's pie, but it's going to be a Mexican version. Something that I thought of. I don't even know if that exists. Have you ever heard of a Mexican shepherd pie?
No.
No, neither have I. And I mean, like I've looked at a couple of things online, but it wasn't really what I wanted to do. So, anyways, let's try it out, see if it works, and we'll go from there. So, cue the mariachi band. Hey guys, all right, so we are back. What we're going to be starting with is our ground beef. We're going to be browning our ground beef because we don't. There's three stages to shepherd's pie. So there's the ground beef, there's the vegetable or whatever you want to put in there. In this particular case, a lot of people put a layer of corn, and after that, mashed potatoes. Now, what I want to do um, is we're going to be doing the ground beef, and we're going to be adding some taco seasoning because it is a Mexican shepherd's pie. We're going to be attempting to do the layer on top of the ground beef because once that's all seasoned, we're going to be adding a layer of cheese, queso cheese, tostitos, queso cheese. We're going to be adding some of this. Um, and after that, we will be uh, putting a layer of uh, cream corn. Hope that's how you say it, pronounce it. Where is it? It's up here somewhere. I'll get it when we're ready. And after that, the mashed potato portion of it, it's going to be more of um, kind of like a hash brown. We're going to put like a slab of hash brown on top of it, and then we're just going to cover it with cheese. It sounds good. Does it taste good? I don't know. So let's get started. Let's get the skillet hot. Do that. We're gonna need a tiny bit of oil. A little bit of oil in there. And then put our ground beef. Drop that in the skillet. Like that. Now, yes, I am using the induction oven. Um, Simply because, uh, again, ran out of butane. Didn't have time to go and get some. So, induction oven is always. I mean, I really like the induction oven. Um, Simple reason because it's really quick and it's very clean energy. But it is loud. You can hear the fan going. So, ground beef. Afterwards, it's going to be the taco seasoning that we're going to be adding to 3/4 cups of water. Right. So we will get that ready right now while that is cooking. Add this to that. You can also buy this in bulk, um, or even go to the bulk barn. They have it also. So before adding your seasoning, make sure that your ground beef is completely cooked through. You don't want to have it half cooked, and putting that in there is kind of like going to boil everything, and it's not going to be good. So I'm going to cook this, and I'll be back once it's cooked and once we're ready to add the seasoning. And don't go away; it won't be too long. So we're at a point right now. We're just going to drain the grease out of the ground beef, and I will show you my technique of doing it. Don't dump it down the sink, because all it's going to do eventually is going to clog your drain. And what I normally do is I just put it in a bowl, take it all like that, put it in the bowl, and once the grease is all drained, I put the bowl in the fridge, let it harden, and then scoop it, put it in a plastic bag, and throw it out in the garbage. So that's done. We'll get that back up there. Now we'll be adding our seasoning. Move this side. We add 3/4 cups of water to this, to the seasoning. Give this a good mix. And add your seasoning to your ground beef. Now this will thicken up as you heat it up. And once it's all thickened up and well incorporated, we're going to set it aside, and we're going to continue with our hash brown topping. So we are going to turn the heat off on this. We're going to set it aside in the back, and we'll get back to it once we start building. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to clear this out, and we're going to do step 2, phase 2 of our Shepherd's Mexican pie. Something.
Shepherd's Mexican?
Yeah, Shepherd's Mexican pie. We're going to do the potato stage of it. So I'm going to clear this off. I'm going to go get what I need, come back, and we're going to do the potatoes part of it, which are going to be like a hash brown. Don't go away. All right, guys, so we're back for our potato portion of the show. So we're going to do a hash brown version. That's basically going to be the top of our shepherd's pie. So what you're going to need is potatoes, onion. I'm going to use half an onion. You're going to need a box grater, and afterwards, once we start, we're gonna like caramelize everything. We're gonna soften everything before we start making our patties and deep frying it. So you'll see the process. So first we're gonna grate our potatoes. I have 3 potatoes. Probably have way too much for the size of pan that I want to do. But anyways, so we're gonna start with this. I'm gonna move this, and you go ahead and you grate your potatoes. All right, guys, so now we have all of our potatoes grated. We are going to grate half of the onion. Cut half of it. Like that. This. and do the same thing that you've done with the potatoes. All right, so we grab our grated onions and toss it in there with our potatoes. So I will do some rinsing on the potatoes, but first I'll clear the work area and be right back. All right, guys, so now we're at the stage where we're going to be rinsing our potatoes and onions just to get rid of all this starch, because you can see there's a lot of it in here. You're probably going to need multiple rinses. You're going to do this until the water runs clear. So when you do this kind of potatoes and you're cleaning them in the sink, make sure you put a strainer on your drain. Reason why is this will clog it up real quick. It just happened to me. That's why I had to go away and come back. So all right, so now that your water is running clear, the next process will be we're going to be draining it as much as we can, get as much water out before we start pre-cooking it. And when the pre-cook, basically what it is we're going to put it in the pan here and we're going to cook it until it gets the onions get translucent and the potatoes get soft. And at that point, we'll take it out and we'll form some patties that we'll be able to go and deep fry. So we'll have some hash brown patties. So I will drain that and then we will, I'll get some towels to help it drain. So I'll be right back. All right, guys. So we are going to drain the water out of this. And we are going to place this in a towel to help it dry out so that we can do the pre-cooking on it. Cover this into a nice ball. And we twist this to get all the water out of it. All right, that is done. Now we are going to add this to a hot pan, and we're going to, with some oil, all right, so let me get this hot. We'll add some oil to it. Now we're starting it hot and we're going to bring it down because it's going to be the same process as caramelizing onions, where you get the oil hot and after that you just bring everything down to a simmer and you let it do its thing. So here we go. Add that in there. Now I'm going to bring the temperature down to almost I think it's about 250 Fahrenheit. Kind of hard with a induction stove on that. Maybe knowledgeable on the nauseous about it. So while this is softening up, I'm going to add just a little bit more oil to this. Well, mind you, I've never done this before. We're making this as we go along. This is all coming out of one of my brain farts. Hopefully I have tasty brain farts.
I don't even want to talk about it.
So we're going to add pepper. We're going to add some salt. You're going to add sea salt, kosher syrup, kosher salt, whatever salt you prefer. My wife thinks I can't talk right now today.
Well, am I wrong?
I'm having a little bit of speech impediment. Okay. So we're going to let this thing soften up. And once it's ready, we'll come back and we'll prep our patties for mega hash brown. Don't go away. All right, guys. So it's been about 5 minutes, 7 minutes. These things are softening up real nice. This is how you want to get them to that point where if you see that they stop doing like softening up, you can always add a little bit of oil, keep on the cooking process going. And as you notice there, earlier added also a little bit of butter and oil to it, just for that flavor and to get them all nice and soft. So I'd say maybe another 5 minutes, and then we'll be pulling these off. We're going to be forming them on the on wax paper, and then we are going to put them in the deep fryer. My wife's having problems with her tablet.
Sorry.
Getting her ass kicked by somebody else.
That's not true.
So, we're going to let this go for another 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll start shaping our patties for our hash brown. All right? Don't go away. These are done. So what we're going to do is we're going to transfer them to a bowl to let them cool off a little bit. Like that. It's gorgeous. All right. So once they've cooled off, I'm going to do, I know we added a little bit of seasoning to it. We're going to add a little bit more. And we're going to add some cornstarch to it, just because it's going to add that crispiness to our hash brown. So, and this will be our hash brown mold. Hey, we've never done this before. So, get this thing going. All right. So, while this is cooling down, we're going to add, again, a little bit of garlic powder. Like that. We're going to add a bit more pepper. And just because we can, just because we're being creative, I'm going to add some smoked paprika to this. And you know what? Another thing. Yeah. Why not? Some cayenne pepper. Just a little bit. Just for that heat. Because it is a Mexican dish, right? So we want a little bit of heat to it. Not too much. Just a little bit. So we will add, say, half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. That's this. And we will add a quarter teaspoon of cayenne pepper, cayenne powder. Yeah. That. And let's not forget our cornstarch. So we're going to give this a mix, incorporate everything together. Oh, that smells good. All right, now we need to add cornstarch. So I'm assuming maybe 3 tablespoons. There's 1, there's 2. Let's give it a mix and see how it looks. And if it needs more, then we'll add more. I know I said 3, but you know what? Let's be on the conservative side. Yeah, we're going to need a bit more. And I'd say 1 more. Like that. Give this a nice mix. You want this to turn almost like into a dough, so that you can form it and it stays, it retains its shape, right? So it's retaining its shape to a certain degree, but 1 more tablespoon of cornstarch. Like that. All right. So we will give this a mix, and then we will put this in our mold, and we're going to deep fry this. This is going to be interesting. You think?
It'll be wonderful.
I'm just looking for brownie points.
I don't really need them for that.
No, you don't. Okay. So I don't even know if I have to. I don't think I have to grease this. I don't think so. You think? Do I have to grease this so it just pops up nicely?
What's going on?
That. It's the hash browns.
No, I don't think you need to.
I don't think so.
Because that's going to be enough grease anyway. Right?
Yeah. All right. So we put this in the mold, and this is like, because I'll show you why I'm using this. Because this here is what we're going to be doing our casserole in. So this size here, and if you look at this, it's like almost perfect size. So we'll leave that there for now. We're going to put this in here, and we're going to form it and shape it. Like that. That's going to be one hell of a hash brown. We're going to revisit this, just the hash brown part of it, for breakfast because this is a hash brown I saw on the internet, and I've never tried it prior to this, and this is the first time, my first attempt at this. So I don't know if it's a yay or nay, but so far it is looking half decent. So get all the corners done. Okay. So what I'll be doing, I'll be putting this in the fridge. A little bit more. Okay. I'll be putting this in the fridge to let it harden up a little bit before we go to the deep fryer. And I'll go start the deep fryer, and I'll be right back. Hey guys, so the hash browns are out of the freezer. They've cooled off. Now, I should have thought about this before I put them in the pan here. Is how am I going to get them out of there without breaking anything? So, my thought right now is just to flip it on a piece of foil, and hopefully everything stays together. And then I got a big spatula here, and I can put that in the deep fryer. So basically, here goes nothing. I put this on top like this. Flip it. That looks like a nut. Ooh, look at that.
Wow.
Pretty impressive, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so deep fryer was turned on. I'm going to go and attempt to deep fry this. Hopefully everything goes well. I'm probably going to have to cut it in half because I don't think this is going to fit in the deep fryer. I'm going to have to do 2 slabs. So do it right here. There we go. There. Okay. 1 hash brown and a 2 hash brown. Okay, so I'm gonna go deep fry this. You guys know the routine. Our hash browns are actually gorgeous. They kind of came apart because I remember in the original recipe that I saw, they were a lot thicker. They were about 1 inch thick. So, but we still have some good, decent sized pieces that we're going to be using to top off our casserole. So, the ground beef, I've started reheating it. So we're going to put a layer of that on there. And this. So, we are going to add a good layer of the ground beef. I will add it all. Okay, there we go. Now, press this down nicely. Now, I did say queso cheese. We're going to add some queso cheese. So, we're going to add a layer of queso cheese to this. So put that all in there. Now, we add our vegetable. which is cream style corn. You can use any type of vegetables you want. You can use actual whole corn. I just decided, you know what, I'm going to try with this. See how it goes. So we're going to add this to it. That. There. That. There. Now, typically it's mashed potatoes. We're using hash browns. So, these are beautiful. Look at them. You know, see it? So, we put that like that. We reconstruct our hash brown. Some try. Now, we're going to grate some cheese on top of it, and we're going to put it in the air fryer in the back on broil. Melt all this goodness. So let's get our box grater back out. And let's grate some cheese on top. I'm using marble cheese. You can use Monterey Jack, any type of cheese you want. This is just the cheese that I have on hand right now. All right, get the new stuff. Hands are slippery. All right. All right. Now that our cheese is on there, we're going to pop this in the air fryer. We're going to put it on the tray first. That. Put this in the air fryer and let it do its thing for a couple minutes. For this thing fix. Uh-oh. It don't fit in the oven.
Oh no.
Alright. Let me figure this out. I'll be right back. Solved the problem. I had two smaller versions of these things and I just transferred everything into it. It's doing its thing. So we'll be back when they're ready and I'll take them out and we'll do the taste test. Don't go away. Alright guys, these things are ready, so let's take them out. They are extremely hot, so be careful when you do take them out. First one. Second one. Actually, that looks really good. Alright guys, we're back. It's taste time, and I hope this is good. Hope it's good because we're going to have to find something else for dinner. Alright. Take a bite right here. Get the hash brown. Get the ground beef. Cheese. Everything. Come on. There you go. All right. Mm-hmm. That took a really good bite. But you know what? We're gonna figure out the name of this thing. Meanwhile, we're gonna eat it. And you know what? It's worth the trouble to do it. It's something different. And yeah, it could be definitely a comfort food. Well, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification to stay in the loop for all the next episodes we're going to have. And see you next week. Have a good week.